Tava, no place is too far. Come with me with Tava, no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me with Tava, no place is too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Only care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. With Tava, no place is too far. Come with me. With Tava, no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. With Tava, no place is too far to go.
All right. Don't y'all just love that song? I mean, this guy come with hits after hits after hits. I mean, we got 3 Tava songs, or is it 4 Tava songs that should be #1 hits? Really? Just you just play them, you know. I'm Tava Strong tonight, folks. All right. So I'm Tony Fleming, and tonight I have the honor and privilege to introduce our travel expert. Let me say this too. You know, I love my iPhone because I'm always using my iPhone for Zooms because it's no better camera in the world than the iPhone camera. It's better than the laptop. It's better than anything out here. And so I use my laptop, you know, to see people come on and welcome them. And I saw Sylvia's name. So I'm saying, welcome Sylvia. And then guess what? Oh, Jamaica. Jamaica's on Jamaica's on strong. And then guess what? My laptop powered out. I mean, right before we came on, the plug was not in it. So it powered out. And I can't see everybody on here. But I know we Tava Strong on here tonight. I know Jamaica's on here tonight. I saw Sylvia on here tonight. I see who's that? Richard? And I see Cecil on here tonight. I see it's some people on here. So we're going to rock and roll. Let's get started here. Again, I have the honor and privilege to introduce our travel expert, our travel aficionado. Y'all go look that word up. I know you check it out. But he's the guy, man, that's going to tell you all tonight about this travel. And this is actually our second travel presentation. We did the first one last Thursday, and we're going to do one every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So put that on your calendar and let everybody know that we're going to be on here Tuesday and Thursday for the travel presentation. Now, James and Marcia Pruitt, these guys, were in corporate America for a long time. Kind of got tired of corporate America, and somebody invited them to a travel event or to find out more about travel. They got excited about it, and that was some years back, and these guys are documented, man. They've made millions of dollars. They know what they're talking about. I'm going to cut my story short of him because I know once I bring him up, he's going to tell his story. But I would say this, get pen and paper and get ready. This is not a long presentation. It's a short presentation, but we're going to give you some great information in a short period of time. So without further ado, I want to bring up our travel expert, Mr. James Pruitt. Are you there, sir? I see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, Mr. Fleming, for that warm introduction. And good evening, folks. I am super excited about the information you're going to see tonight. I first just want to say welcome to all of our amazing associates and executives. It is a pleasure to be here before you tonight. And I know that you've invited some VIP guests that are here as well. And I just want to say welcome to all of our VIP guests. The information that you're going to see this evening, I think is absolutely amazing and going to be able to be a blessing to you. Before we get to the actual nitty-gritty of the information, I want you to just take a moment and do me a favor. I'd like for you just to think of what would be a dream vacation for you. If you didn't have to worry about costs, you know you're going to be in a good situation there, but you could just choose where you'd like to go, who you'd like to go with. What would be a dream vacation for you? Can you envision this? Maybe going to Jamaica in a 6-bedroom estate with you and a bunch of your friends, and you had a chef to prepare all of your meals, a chauffeur to drive you here and there, maid service every single day, massages every other day. And this estate was right there on a beach with a 6-mile long beach for you to walk every morning, every evening, catch the sunrise and the sunset. Can you imagine something like that in Jamaica? We did that. And boy, was it nice. Or maybe you're thinking of a dream vacation where you went to a private island with somebody very special to you, and it was really romantic. You got your own private villa on your own private island with your own private pool and your own private jacuzzi, and they made meals for you every day and brought them to the room every single time. Oh my goodness, we did that. Or maybe 2 weeks in Hawaii with your entire family over 6 rooms. And for the first week, you did all the activities, the volcanoes, the historic events, the Hanauma Bay, the cultural center, all the activities. In the second week, you did no activities, just relax to the max, enjoy who you were there with, fireworks every single night, all inclusive. Can you imagine that? We've done that. Folks, I want you to imagine just not putting a little bit of travel in your life, but I'd like for you to imagine a lifestyle full of travel. Before we go any further, please allow me about 30 seconds just to give you a quick snapshot about myself. I'm honored to be here before you this evening. And let me just say that my wife and I have pretty much the traditional story. We were taught to do well in school, get good grades, and get good jobs. We did that. We were rock stars in corporate America, earning strong 6-figure incomes. And after 13 years of marriage, we started a family. And I got to tell you, once our kids were born, we were just so excited to be parents, but we couldn't enjoy the parenting experience because of our demanding corporate responsibilities, our boardroom schedules. Pretty quickly, our kids became the first ones dropped off and the last ones picked up at daycare. What I'm trying to say is we were time broke. We didn't have the time for our family that we were looking for. We went to do our taxes, and the tax guy said, you guys need to find a business. You make too much money. You got to find a business. So we start thinking, what kind of business would we find? You know, all we do is work. But then we were introduced to the industry of working from home in the industry related to travel and vacations. How exciting is that? Something people look forward to doing anyway. Most people nowadays have been cooped up and can't wait to get away. What if that was a business of yours? Or what if you could just enjoy it at a better price, folks? Well, you're going to see exactly how to do that now. We took advantage of being in business in the travel industry. We enjoyed it from a personal use situation, but we also enjoyed it from a personal income situation because we knew people just like us that would like to take advantage and travel as an insider, if you will, at certain rates. So what I'm going to share with you tonight, I'd like you to do 2 things. If one, you see how this can benefit you personally, what I'd like for you to do is to send a text to the person that invited you to see this and let them know that you like what you see and that you're in. Or if you see this and you think, well, I know some other people that might like this, send a text to the person that invited you here and let them know that you see something that makes sense to you and that to go ahead and put you in a lock your spot. Because what you're seeing tonight, timing is very, very important. The timing of all of this is very, very important, folks. So I want to just show you a presentation that we have before you. Whoever controlling the slides, can you bring those up? Now, as I begin to share this with you folks, what I'd like to do is just kind of set a stage to how all of this evolves so that you're able to see the totality of what I'm sharing with you this evening. So let me just say that once upon a time, that back when travel was just moving away from traditional travel agents, it was right after 9/11. And during 9/11, the travel industry contracted. And this is right when we got involved in the travel industry. And right after it contracted, the moment it let up, it was a huge travel explosion. And we were able to ride that wave. Well, folks, I think that kind of explosion is getting ready to happen right now, because we've been involved in this pandemic where everything has contracted. But I want you to think about something. Things are beginning to ease up. Bookings are up 600%. Those delayed wedding celebrations, anniversary celebrations, honeymoons, family reunions, vacations, getaways, people are booking those like crazy. The explosion is coming. So with that being said, I'd like for you to discover the difference. Next slide, please. See, back when travel was shifting away from traditional travel agents to being able to book your travel online, what was presented as an opportunity then was to become a home-based referring travel agent. What that meant, next slide, is that people were able to go online and book their travel, but when they did this, they were able to receive a card. And what this card did is it allowed people to travel at a discount. Well, over time, less and less people more and more people stopped caring about booking for other people, and they just want to take advantage and be able to book travel at tremendous savings. And this is how the wholesale travel platform was born. Let me take a moment and explain that. Here's what I mean. So when you see those highly advertised websites on television, and you see all sorts of them, there's many of them on television, and they're advertising, book your travel here. Well, the reason they have a television commercial, because they take the travel price and they add a retail markup. And wherever you go shopping around looking for the lowest price, it doesn't matter where you choose, you're paying a retail markup. So what the wholesale travel platform provided people the ability to book the travel at the price it really was. Why would you pay retail when you can pay wholesale? This was very popular. Next slide. But it was introduced in what's called the subscription model. Now, there are many companies now that offer this model. It's not a bad model, but there's a challenge with it. And here's what I mean. So with the subscription model, you'd have to pay a big fee to be able to have access to this kind of wholesale travel. And you'd have to pay a monthly fee every month, whether you're using it or not, just to have access to these wholesale prices. Well, the prices are fantastic because they give you hundreds, even thousands of dollars off of the retail marked up price, right? But think about this, next slide, that there's a real challenge here. After 4 or 5 months, if you haven't gone anywhere, you start asking yourself, well, why am I paying this fee to have wholesale travel access if I haven't used it? Then people start doing the math in their mind. If I'm paying for 4 or 5 months plus the rest of the year, I pay this much plus what it costs me to join. Are the savings really worth it? That's a legitimate question. Well, folks, what if you could just secure your savings? What if you had your savings waiting for you, was there when you wanted it? There was no big fee to have access. There was no monthly fee to secure your savings. Your savings was just there for you when you wanted it. We want to introduce you to what we have available here, folks. This is absolutely a world premiere. Just think of it. None of the things you don't want and everything that you do want. The idea of securing your savings for when you want it is groundbreaking. It's monumental. What you're buying are the actual savings that you're going to use. That's simple. No big fee, no monthly fee. Next slide. So I want to just kind of share with you that we're talking about hotels, resorts all over the world, over 800,000 of them, folks. And when I say savings, yes, you're not paying that retail markup. What you are getting is the same place at the same time, at the same experience, the same sand, the same sunset, the same moonlight, the same ambiance, the same everything, but not the same price. Here's how this works. Now, I want to just kind of share this with you. Next slide. What we're talking about right now, folks, just imagine it. You can go to a website, log in, and up pop the booking engine. And at the top of that booking engine, it had right up there your savings. Let's just say you had $1,000 of savings waiting for you. Now, this savings is waiting for you to use it. $1,000 of savings. Well, what if that $1,000 of savings only cost you $100? See, this is really brilliant. Next slide. So I was just thinking, well, my birthday is coming up. And I wanted to think, where could I go for my birthday? So everything that we're showing you now, before I get to actually showing you the booking engine itself, let me just say that you're seeing this at the very beginning. Your positioning here is a top tier positioning, but whoever sends that text message first to the person that invited them, you're getting premier placement. So even people on the same broadcast that may send after you, hey, I'm in, lock my spot, they very well may fall beneath you, and you have the ability to earn from their efforts. And I'm going to explain that a little bit later. What we're saying to you folks is you're experiencing a world premiere. So let's share with you exactly how it works. So I went to the website, typed in, my birthday's coming up. Next slide. I want to go to Cancun. So we popped it in there, and up popped all of these options for me. Now, my wife and I are a little bit spoiled. I'm going to tell you right now, we like 4- and 5-star resorts. That's just how we roll. So the first one you see there is a 4-star. The second one you see there is a 4-star. The third one you see there is a 5-star. Notice right there under the first one, it is a all-inclusive. See where it says 45% savings? Now, do you see where it says the available savings for 5 days, 4 nights? Right there under 45% savings, the very first one at the top, it says your savings is $1,000. Really, your savings would be more than $1,000, but all that particular person did was purchase $1,000 in savings. So you may want to be able to purchase more than $1,000, because that could have been an $1,800, $1,900. 2,000 save, but if you only got 1,000, that's all you're going to save. Look at the next one down. This is also all-inclusive 4-star. This is 40% off the savings for 5 days, 4 nights is $980. Think about that. Do you think it makes sense to spend $100 to save $900 and change? Makes total sense to me. Look at the next one. 37% off, you're going to save $900 and change as well. Again, do you think it makes sense to spend $100 to be able to save $900? Now, this is real savings right there in your pocket, in your purse, in your bank account. Does it make sense to go to Cancun and have $900 in your pocket? That's what you're seeing tonight. Next slide. So I did want to just use an example of an exotic trip. Why don't we just type in Houston, Texas? What a great place. So this is Houston, Texas, the Hyatt, Intercontinental, the Marriott, all places you know, 4-star places there. Look at the very first one. That's going to give you $300 in change in savings for 4 days, 3 nights. But by using that, look over to the right, of $1,000 savings, you're going to use 300 and change. You have $620 of savings remaining. See, it deducts from that amount. But folks, here's what I want you to hear. For $1,000 of savings, you only pay $100. For $3,000 and bonus savings dollars, it only costs you $300. For $6,000 in savings plus extra savings, only cost you $500. Folks, this makes so much sense. Next slide. Can't we all agree that it makes sense? Nobody wants to pay for travel discounts when they're not traveling. It makes sense to save on your own schedule. The savings are there when you need it. Use it as much as you like. The more you travel, the more you save. Next slide. The more you travel, the more you save. Up to 65% off of your bookings. And we're talking world-class hotels and resorts all over the world, 800,000, even have a lowest price difference guarantee. Next slide. So what we're sharing with you folks is absolutely monumental. There are no drawbacks. Doesn't it make sense to have savings when you want it? Doesn't it make sense that you can use it as much as you like? Doesn't it make sense the more you use, the more you save? Doesn't it make sense to get the same thing and not pay the same price? That's absolutely powerful. Now, if you like what you've seen from a personal use standpoint, text the person that invited you. The timing is very important. Let them know that you like what you see and you're in. Now, if you think that, man, I might know some other people that might like this, you may want to consider this as a business option, getting paid for this. You see, the travel explosion is going to happen anyway. And everybody that sees this likes it that I've seen. Well, we're going to pay somebody. Why not pay you? So I want to introduce you to the 5 ways that you get paid here with Tava, with the incredible travel platform that we're sharing with you today. The first way is a retail customer way. This is where you pay the suggested retail price. And for people referring this to you, you get a retail profit. You see how that is there. What I'm most excited about, next slide, is how you can come aboard and pick the Traveler's Advantage, the first class, or the passport to freedom. And by doing this, folks, I want to just tell you once again what you're going to receive first. Then I'll tell you what you make when you share this with other people. When somebody comes aboard and pays $100, they get $1,000 in savings. Somebody comes aboard at $300, they get $3,000 in savings plus an extra $300. Not bad. Somebody comes aboard at the $500 passport to freedom level, they're going to get $5,000 in savings plus $1,300 extra savings just because they came in at that level. That's what it's like to have the passport to freedom. Now, if you referred somebody to that, maybe you invited somebody to a broadcast like this, you pointed somebody to where the information was, you whispered in somebody's ear, you told somebody about this, they like what they saw, they came aboard at any of these packages. They come aboard at the Traveler's Advantage package, $200 quick commission sent to you right away, fast start bonus. They come aboard that first class level for the additional savings. $100 shows right up for you. Hey, let me tell you something. $100, not bad. Somebody came aboard to get the most savings they possibly can during this introductory enrollment period. They're going to get the extra bonus savings. You make $200 a person over and over and over and over and over and over again. There's no limit to how many people that you can refer to this incredible program, and nobody knows about it right now, folks. This is a world premiere. So there's no limit. So think about this. This is just how I'm built. What if you were to refer this to 50 people that came aboard at the passport? What's 50 times 200? What if somebody, you got aggressive and you were able to refer this to 1,000 people? Well, what's 1,000 times 200? See, don't get me thinking. Don't get me started. I'm getting carried away. I know it because I know a good thing when I see it. Next slide. So that's 2 ways. The retail way is the way you get paid. The quick start bonus, you get paid right away just for pointing, for whispering, for telling somebody about this. This is called team pay. You see, binary is a type of team structure. I call it a dual team. The binary is a technical name for it, but really it's a dual team. That means there's 2 teams that a person's building on the business side. There's a team on your left and there's a team on your right. We're going to make this real simple, right? 2 teams, team on your left, team on your right. This allows you, when you refer one left, one right, you open up and activate that dual team pay. What that means, folks, is you're now eligible to get paid not only on your own efforts, but off the efforts of other people. See, I know I don't mind working hard. And during the traditional way you earn money, you go to work, you work hard, you get paid. But wouldn't it be nice to get paid when somebody else did something? See, that's the beauty of having a dual team pay system. It's not just all about you. It's about getting team income as well. And I just want you to know, write this down if you're taking notes, that the dual team pay pays up to $50,000 per week. I want to say that again. Some people can't think that big, but I bet you if a check showed up, you'd cash it. Let me tell you something. You get paid off of your own efforts, and you get paid off the efforts of others in a dual team paid system. You'll learn more about that in the training that we're going to give you. But just know that $50,000 a week, up to $200,000 per month from this one particular segment. And you're hearing about it first. See, there's something about, I will be sending that text to whoever invited you here. I'm in, lock my spot, get me in. Folks, I'm telling you from a retail perspective, that's a way you get paid. From a personal referral, and there's no limit to how many you can refer, that's a way you get paid. As other people are doing that, what I just mentioned, you're earning off of their efforts. Man, I'm getting excited. And you're earning off the efforts of your own. That's what I'm talking about. Getting paid as a team makes you love people that you just like. You know what I mean? Next slide, please. Now, in addition to all those that I'm talking about, as other people are hearing about this, the people that you refer, people that you've told about this, in addition to all the income that I've just described, you qualify for a check match on them. Think about where you work right now. When they pass out checks, how many checks do you receive because you match somebody else's check? Now, a match means they get all of their income, but because it was you that referred them, you get a match. But we even take it a step further. You can qualify for a match on the match. Oh, man, it's getting good. A match on the match? Folks, this just gets better and better. And let's just face it, better is better, right? So in addition to all of this, how can we get better than retail commissions, personal referrals, team pay up to $200,000 a month, and matching on the match? Qualifying for that is off the chain. Next slide. Well, how about this? Now you get to decide. This is where you got to choose. You choose between a white Tesla or a white Porsche. There's no wrong choice. Just a matter of which flavor of fly you would like to have. Flavor of fly. That's pretty good. So you get to choose between a Tesla or a Porsche, whichever one you want. Tava wants to make the payment for you. Are you going to let them? See, by you just doing what you do, helping people live a better lifestyle, providing a better lifestyle for your family, providing a better lifestyle for their family, providing a safe place for people to plant their flag and create prosperity right here with Tava, creating that. Look what you could earn. Not bad. Not bad. Next slide. So here's what I want to say to you. I kind of let the cat out the bag early. You see, there's one problem with this slide, and I'm going to point that out to you. You see, for $100 is our Travel Advantage package, folks. That gives you $1,000 in real cash savings, real money in your purse, money in your bank account, real money in your wallet. For real, though, right? The second first class package is $300, gets you $3,000 in savings plus an extra $300 on top of that. Extra $300 on top of that, right? Or the Passport to Freedom, the $500 package, which gives you $6,300 in savings. And folks, here's the flaw on this slide. The most popular option that I've seen, that I've been aware of, is the Passport to Freedom. People, when I show this to them, I explain what they get. It's all about what kind of savings do you want? It's your savings. When they see how much savings they get per one trip and how quick they use those savings up and how it shows up right there in their pocket, they can have that savings on that trip in their pocket. They want the biggest bang for their buck. That's what I've seen. So it doesn't matter which one of these you choose. Just think about it. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Choose what you think is best for your family. You want a little savings, medium-sized savings, or big savings. It's up to you. Next slide. So, folks, we've got a way that you can share this business with other people that I think makes it really, really simple. And this is our marketing tool that is off the chain, if you ask me. You see, we sell these for packs of 50 for 20 of them. And I want you to think about this. Think about this. If you said to a buddy of yours, have you seen this? And he said, no, what's that? Say, this is the Tava Worldwide Secured Savings Card. You got to get one of these, man. This gives you $1,000 to $5,000 or more savings on hotels and resorts all over the world. No big fee to get going. No monthly fee to secure your savings. You got to get one of these. Turn the card over. It tells them where to go, log in, where to get directly to your portal. They can select the savings package that they want. Now their booking engine is active with their savings on it, and you get paid right there all at once because of this tool. Contact the person that invited you here. Tell them to lock your spot for one way or the other, but you want to secure that position, folks. Now, we're going to wrap this up. Next slide, please. I just want to make sure that you realize that freedom is an attitude, and I want you to make sure that you've got your passport to freedom. See, the best way to predict your future is to create it. So I want to make sure, next slide, that we are maximizing this monumental moment. This is a moment in history that doesn't happen often. This is a market shift that's taking place in the largest industry in the world, $8.1 trillion industry that's In the process of a boom, you can plant your flag, position yourself, put your family in the fast lane to get savings. You can mention this to other people. And as they experience this incredible savings, you get paid. Who gets paid? You get paid. Folks, we're going to be here every Tuesday and every Thursday night sharing this information for you so that all you got to do is point, whisper, or shout out to the world where people can go and learn how they can truly maximize this monumental moment. Remember, get back to the person that invited you here. Let them know that you've seen enough and that you'd like to get your first paycheck next week, or that you're ready to secure your savings now. I want to just say God bless you, good night, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the very, very top. Good night, everybody. Oh, let me send it back to Mr. Fleming. Mr. Fleming, I got carried away. I got excited, but back to you, sir.
I didn't know how. I got carried away too. I was in the zone. I was listening for the Tava music to start playing. But man, great job again.
Yes, sir.
Every time I hear it, I know that it's simple. You know, a person should really take a serious look at this. It's only 100, 300, or 500. Man, for the savings that you get, it's going to be powerful. So also, look, April 30th, we got our event in Atlanta coming up. You need to go register for it. And we're going to be talking about travel there. We're going to definitely be talking about travel on April 30th. So make sure you go register for that event coming up in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be Tava strong. April 30th, go to Tava events and register. And we're going to have a lot of travel stuff that we're going to be talking about at that event too. So look forward to seeing you there. And thank you again, Mr. Pruitt. Man, that was awesome. We'll be back here on Thursday night doing the same thing, same time, same bass station. Until then, DJ, can I get my Tava music, my Tava video?
Come with me, with Tava, no places too far. Come with me, with Tava, no places too far to go. We can take you around the world. Come with me, with Tava, no places too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. With Tava, no places too far. Come with me. With Tava, no places too far to go.